Alright.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Love so long, love so strong.
Hey, it's me, Kimberly, and today we're going to have a little bit of a light-hearted discussion. And as you can see from the title, from the title what it is. So Nicki Minaj, international rap superstar, came back to her country of birth, her country of origin, Trinidad and Tobago, for the celebration of Carnival on Carnival Monday and Tuesday. And naturally, in true Trini fashion, the whole country was like, we don't care. But some of us here are actually Nicki fans. I'm a big Nicki fan. In fact, at some point in my life, 85% of my entire personality was my ability to rap Romance Revenge perfectly. I am not Jasmine, I am Aladdin. So far ahead, these bums is lagging. See me in a new thing, bums is gagging. I'm starting to feel like a dungeon dragon. Rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon. Etc. And if you're not a Nicki fan, then according to her, you're probably deaf, dumb. You ain't her son, you her stepson.
Why would you? Every can't be your son. Nicki, I didn't mean.
How could you say that to the Nicki Minaj?
Nicki.
So anyway, while she was masquerading, this happened. So as you can see here, Iwer George was attempting to interact with her or touch her, I don't know, and her husband basically elbowed him. Okay, probably not like that, but that's exactly how I would have told it in court if it wasn't on tape. If he had money to sue for. So this action prompted everybody in Trinidad and Tobago to say who this man really feel he is. And a lot of us were like, who is this man? Because we didn't know. I saw people calling him Petty, but I thought they were describing the action. I did not know his actual name was Petty, so apparently his name is Kenneth Petty, and I decided to Google search him last night. Why? Because it's disturbing. This is just Googling who is Kenneth Petty. Kenneth Petty is a music industry professional who has made headlines for his relationship with Nicki Minaj. According to US reports, Petty is a registered sex offender who has served time for manslaughter and the attempted rape of a 16-year-old girl. Does it make it... I feel like I want to say that at the time the attempted rape, he was 15 years old, but I don't think that makes it any better. I don't know, you decide. I knew about the sexual assault thing. I did not know about the manslaughter situation. I thought he spent 7 years in prison for the sexual assault. But no, he had a manslaughter charge. He spent 7 years behind bars after he was found guilty of manslaughter in 2006. He pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter following the fatal shooting of a man. Officials originally charged Petty with murder in the second degree, but he struck a manslaughter deal with prosecutors and was sentenced to 10 years in prison, for which he served 7. Yeah, Nicki, I know you're Trinidadian. You probably heard the song from Lyrical and Patrice Roberts, but this is not what they meant when they were singing Criminal Wine. Okay, so back to this video. I find this video to be particularly amusing for several factors. First of all, this is Machel Montano on stage singing with Iwer George, and they are both singing Stage Gone Bad, which Machel right now is epitomizing the phrase, if you can't beat them, join them, because he really wasn't gonna beat them. But like, why is Machel pretending that he does not know the words to the song? Like, this is the only song that has been playing for weeks and for all of Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Sir, we know the words, so we know you know the words too. Sing the song. Sing the song with your chest, brother. Meanwhile, the only lyrics I know from the conch shell song is... Oh. 2, why does Nicki Minaj's husband think that he is her bodyguard? You are not. You know, I think he has some problems with what his job description is in the first place. Because Ludacris was also down here. He also played Carnival. And he is the one who sang... Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. That wasn't you, so why are you trying to move people? Third amusing thing is that Nicki Minaj ain't even mouth a lyric. Not even by accident. She ain't accidentally throw a little jam. She ain't accidentally do a well-formed wave or anything like that. You can pretend, you can do some research, you can Google how to whine like a Trini. You can look it up on YouTube, a short on YouTube. You can look up the popular songs, the songs that pop in. You can watch a little Soca Monarch with us. the night, you know, to hear stage gone bad for the first time? No? No, sis? Okay. And fourthly, you see that high pitch thing that Iwer George is trying to do, that he's trying to pull off with the look how bad we behaving. As some dudes on stage with Soca Monarch, I thought it was a flux. But he did it again. So that means that he's serious about it. And of course, like myself, the entire Trini internet had a reaction to this via the science of memology. First noteworthy mention is this Bollywood remake. Being welcomed by Trinis for Carnival. Ludacris, Trinidad James, Shensia, Nicki Minaj man. Trinidad, Trevor says coronavirus. Ash Wednesday, me, work. Nicki Minaj man on the truck.
Yeah.
Boy, you're lucky Iwer and hit you with some hana na 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 na.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh my gosh, Trini so out of pocket, and well, she Trini too, so she out of pocket too, so she replied to everyone on her Instagram this morning. So I originally saw a screenshot of it which just showed her with her husband behind her and the caption, "And I love you, anyone with an issue can kindly suck a with 2 balls on the side." Yes girl, anatomy. But when you actually go on her Instagram and play the video, she is saying "I love you" back to some fans while she's, you know, on the truck. So I don't know, problematic, yes, and well, the man is in the background anyway, so he's not really featured. So I think she left it up to be ambiguous because she, you know, through Trini, she like good bacchanal. So we really don't know if she's referring to her fans as in us, like she don't care what anybody says about us, that she still loves us. Because people have all kind of things to say about Trinidadians, eh? Everybody do like Trinidadians. I don't understand why we just be studying we own self, literally and figuratively. But it could be that, or it could be that she doesn't care what we have to say about her husband.
Child. Anyway, so
you can't dictate how someone decides to represent or enjoy their country and their native culture. Yes, accurately, Trinidad birthed her, but America did make her into the person that she is today, which I must say, it's not too shabby. And she not only went to America, but to New York, which is arguably one of the most quotable cities in the entire world. And what I mean by quotable is that it becomes such a big part of their identity and it becomes a part of their representation just from being there. And that is also a coping mechanism because life in New York is hard for a lot of people who are immigrants, a lot of people who are black, and a lot of people who are poor. So maybe the fact that she's from Trinidad and Tobago is not at the forefront of her mind every day. She left here when she was 5 years old, but to be honest, it's not at the forefront of my mind either, because there are no like identifiable factors in my everyday life that points towards me being from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, I know that, you know that. If you speak to me, you'll know that. I love my country, I love my culture, but it's just not going to be manifested in that way, outwardly or overtly. She did represent us in the media, sometimes over-exaggeratedly.
This place right here gives people like you and me that came from absolutely nothing, from a country that we didn't probably think we would ever make it out alive, it gives us a shot.
previously, and she has never hidden the fact that she is from Trinidad and Tobago. I think that people have an issue with treating celebrities like human beings in this country. Even our local celebrities, if they slip, you see how we act towards them. Situation with Fayan times, how much times that happened. It happened quite often, even though she is a beloved aspect of our culture and she is a legacy. We still treat her like crap. As soon as she slips, that's it. But I'm sure if she accomplishes something, be like, yes, Trinidad and Tobago, yes, yes, yes. And they can't like the woman husband and ain't like she. That's just how we are. Just the fact that Marshall did not have the It song during this carnival, everybody was like, well, if it was like the Avengers putting together, Marshall would have be Iron Man because Marshall dead this season. You understand? That's just how we are. We don't have allegiance or alliance to anybody. I would be surprised if there are any Trinidad and Tobago Barbs. That's the fan base of Nicki Minaj per se. Like, I'm a fan, but I don't know Barb. I can't commit to nobody like that. And again, I also have a weird relationship with local celebrities. Secondly, I'm not a fan of this husband. He's not my husband, so I don't have to be a fan of him. And at the end of the day, it just matters that Barbie has found her Ken. And as a fan, I'm happy. However, I think for relationships to work long term, the things that are important to you don't necessarily need to be important to your partner, but your partner has to acknowledge that, hey, this is important to me. This comes along with, yeah, don't embarrass me. This is the status quo. This is what we do. So, I mean, as I say, she barely jump and wave, so I don't expect you to be jumping and waving. And he always has a scowl on his face anyway. I never see this man smile in my life. You're walking around with Nicki Minaj. Oh gosh, at least cackle something now. Anyway, so that's just his personality. So I didn't expect him to be jumping and waving, but at least, you know, be congruent with the atmosphere. Probably that would have been her responsibility to pull him up on that and to tell him, okay, this is what we do, this is what my country is about. Show him the videos beforehand, you know, show him who the figures are, the public figures, our celebrities in Trinidad and Tobago, and inculcate him into her culture. So maybe she did not do that sufficiently, or maybe she did and he just hadn't. While editing this video, I noticed that she replied to a comment under in her Instagram, and well, the person said to let her husband, to tell her husband to loosen up a little bit, and then she started to talk in Trini, which was uncomfortable to read in her voice and her tone. But yeah, she said that she apologizes on his behalf and he's always in security mode. He doesn't know anything about the culture. And then, well, she get props for her dialect, which again freaked me out a little bit, but she did not tell him properly or inform him properly about the culture, about the atmosphere that he was coming to expect. And everybody who's traveling should have an idea at least. So like, that's on her.
Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I?
Either way, I think the whole thing is blown out of proportion. We need to remember that she is worth how much? Hundreds of millions of dollars. And at the end of the day, she needs to be physically protected. So I think that her bodyguard would have been, you know, good to be next to her. Not her husband, because that is a husband, not a bodyguard. But we don't want that if in the off chance that something bad was to happen, that something bad happened to Nicki Minaj when she returned to Trinidad and Tobago. She already have them feeling like if we are like the Iraq of the Caribbean. So that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? Either way, I'm not saying that being an ex-convict and level 2 sex offender is the reason that I do not like this man, because I strongly believe in rehabilitation. But I personally don't like this man, and it don't matter because he's not mine. I don't know, for Nicki Minaj, I just would have expected things to be like how it is with Rihanna. I think Rihanna has such more respect from the Bajans, and also she is comfortable being around them and mingling with them during their carnival situations. It could also be that she is accustomed to the quote-unquote streets. The streets vary everywhere. I don't think you could be from Enterprise in Trinidad and go and go to Jamaica Queens, and you can't. So the streets vary everywhere. So maybe she isn't comfortable mixing with us in that aspect. I can understand, because again, Rihanna left when she was, what, 16? And Nicki Minaj left when she was like 5. So there's a difference there. But anyway, I just hope that whoever making all the memes and stuff, that you're laughing and you're not taking it seriously, because it's not something to be taken seriously. It happened. Oh well, the water lord didn't drown him. We can move on in life. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure and click that subscribe button. Also click a like, and you can comment your thoughts down below. Do you think it was over exaggerated? Do you think that the reaction was necessary? And what do you think about this man in the first place? Also share this video if you enjoyed it, and turn on notifications so that you know every single time that I post. I am just thinking about, you know, how to improve my channel, how to change things up. So that's what I'll be working on for the next month, and be getting into a better rhythm of everything. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.
Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Love so long, love so strong. When I look into your eyes, all the stars align. She on a different vibe, a different high. Got to make a mine. So I step to the shorty, ain't got no time to wait.